Yo, 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 yo. I need everybody to pull up right now. Pull up right now. We about to get into it. We're about to get into it. We're about to get into it. What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? First of all, welcome. And I'm very grateful to be here. I'm grateful to have you here. Grateful to be alive. Thankful, you know what I'm saying? And yesterday was XXXTentacion's death date, and I made sure that I just energetically celebrated that and energetically connected with that energy, because see, I'm glad you say that. You already know something. How you know that? But yeah, man, so basically, right? First of all, I want y'all to know that the energy that has been given to me has been very much is for a purpose, right? I love you guys too. And this is why I say this, right? Because I already know that I'm about to start speaking some real I'm about to start, saying the things that need to be heard, speaking the things and teaching the things that need to be heard, right? I consider myself a teacher. I consider myself, you know what I'm saying? But I want to let it be known that I wouldn't be where I am if it wasn't for XXXTentacion. Real stuff. And, everybody is able to have their own thoughts about him. But from my perspective and experience, remember, everybody has different perspective. From my perspective and experience, you know what I'm saying? He's really taught me about my mind and the things that you really can do and how magical people really are, and how you can really tap into a essence, to a energy that can power you up, that can teach you your own powers. And it's crazy because I'm writing a book right now. I've been taking my time on this. I'm writing a book about teaching you your own spiritual powers, right? Now, X talks about a lot of things, especially when it talks about energy. And a lot of people don't really know what energy consists of. I appreciate that. Well, your name is like a whole bunch of letters, but I appreciate that for calling me pretty, right? So I feel like we should really understand what energy is and how it can affect us and how we can use it, right? Now, one thing I want to say is that we can feel energy immensely. This is why it's important to meditate, because a lot of people are not realizing that your meditation is what allows you to become more sensitive to energy. Now, sensitive usually is used in a negative connotation or in a negative context, but really what it means is that you can feel it more than somebody else. You are more susceptible to feeling it. Now remember, with every single power that you may gain spiritually, it is a pro and a con, meaning that sometimes, right, the ability to feel energy will be painful, because you may feel other people's energy who are very low vibe, or feel other people's energy who are suffering, right? But listen, the only way that you can see suffering around you is by you suffering yourself, right? So if you've ever suffered, right, which we have, we are humans. If you have ever suffered, this is what allows us to connect, right? The reason why we're able to connect on certain topics is because we both have suffered, and we can see the suffering in others, right? By us learning why our suffering is caused, we're able to understand that and teach that to other people. And that's what allows us to resonate with other people, right? Because we've all suffered some type of depression. We've all suffered some type of loss. We've all suffered some type of sadness. You know what I'm saying? So by us having that energy that we connect to, it allows us to see things that other people may not see, especially if they have not overcame their suffering, right? Now, that does not mean that you will never suffer, because you got to understand as a human, that's what helps us develop our soul. You know what I'm saying? That is what helps us understand what needs to be done, what needs to be learned, right? So as of right now, right, for me, I am learning more and more about my shadow, right? I'm learning more and more about my shadow. And one thing I want to say is that, like, if any of you guys are dealing with shadow work, I am in it with you. And last night I had a very experience where my shadow was, basically bamming at the door saying, yo, you're not letting me out. You're not letting me do anything. You're not letting me express myself, right? And it's crazy because I've been reading Robert Greene, right? And Robert Greene talks about that dark side of yourself. And I feel like a lot of people who are not very aware of what dark energy really is, people don't understand that you need to embrace that, right? So example, I am in the music industry, right? I make music, so obviously I have to deal with, the music industry. That does not mean I need to like certain things that they have in there, but I have to embrace that because that is what I'm in. For example, this earth, this universe has a negative and a high part. The universe, the creator has negative and positive aspects of themselves. It's called duality. It's called polarity. So you have those aspects of yourself also. Now, if you do not learn how to appreciate and accept those things, that shadow will forever torment you, right? And then when it torments you, it's going to try and take over. And you're going to lose yourself. Yes, you have to accept your shadow side, right? Because your shadow is there to help you. It's a connection between you and that shadow. And I had a friend last night, her name is Ariana, teaching me more and more and more about this shadow. And it really let me know, you know what? I've been really afraid of my shadow because of the pain that I've have dealt with when I didn't allow my shadow to do what it needed to do, right? So I'm going to tell you my shadow. And one thing I want to say is, I'm going even deeper in shadow work as this time goes. I really appreciate your donation. Now, in this time right now, I'm going to go even harder within my shadow because I feel like where I am going, which is the industry, which is going higher and being able to walk in darkness, I need to be able to accept that part of that darkness and allow it to work with me, right? Now, this is what I mean, right? So I am a Libra Scorpio cusp, right? So here's what I like to say, and here's what I like to believe. I believe that my shadow, which I call my shadow Sticky, I want to believe that my shadow is a Scorpio, right? And my sun and my higher self is a Libra, right? So what does that mean? In a realm where everybody is using sexual energy in a low negative vibration, right? Everybody's being manipulative. Everybody is, I've learned that there is power within your shadow. There is power within that aspect of yourself because that shadow can protect you. First of all, that shadow will have a gear. That shadow will have a gear that you didn't even know could go. You know what I'm saying? So for example, right? Let's say we out in the field, right? Let's say we're out in the field and we're out in the woods or whatever, and you got these animals that are trying to kill you. Oh, you're so nice. I don't want to kill the animals. Okay. But you got to remember, at the end of the day, you got to survive. You got to do what you got to do. And one thing I had to realize is that, like, it's not realistic to sit here and be like, okay, and this is not, I don't mean like you can't be good. That's not what I'm saying. You got to realize that it's not realistic to be only on one side of the spectrum, which is super, super positive, because that then becomes negative because you're now being naive. We got 12 card readers. They say anything cash. They're all over here. I don't know what you're talking about. We don't do no card readers. Anyways, I don't read cards. Anyway, so when you realize that you can't sit here and just be only positive, like, you got to realize that eventually you will get used. You will be so naive. You're going to only see the positive in people when you need to see the negative in people, right? And one thing I've realized is, like, my shadow is very seductive. My shadow is very, like, honestly, like, I am in love with my shadow, right? I'm in love with my shadow. And the reason why is because I see things in my shadow that I completely admire, right? And I feel like you got to be able to see that within your own shadow. So you got to be able to see, what do you love about your shadow? What part of your shadow do you completely admire? And allow that to be all in one and use that as a power. Darkness is a power. Darkness is a power. And I feel like a lot of us, we look at darkness so scared, like we get so scared of darkness, when in reality, darkness is what helps us propel into the light. Darkness is what allows us to see the light. Light is what allows us to see the darkness, right? So you got to understand, how can I use that, right? How do you protect yourself from negative energies? I meditate and get scared something is there. Okay, so I feel like it's all about connecting with your spirit guide, connecting with your higher self, and planting that intention of protection over yourself, and having that faith that you are protected. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, there has to be a yin and yang to create balance. Mind you, my sun is in Libra, so I'm like, you know what I'm saying? I'm really learning that aspect of, and I'm not going to sit here and act like I'm a master of my shadow, because I'm not. I'm very much in the works of that. But that is why we are connecting right now, because we are on the same path of that shadow work, right? And one thing I've realized is that, for example, I'm going to keep it a whole buck with you, because I'm going to be vulnerable with you. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to let you know really like what's up with me, right? So I'm a Libra and Scorpio cusp, right? So my shadow, I say, is a Scorpio. So my shadow is very seductive, very charming, very, you know what I'm saying? I would give it that sexy vibe, you know what I'm saying? And the reason why I say that is because on my light side, I've made mistakes where I've allowed this to control me, and I've gone into lust, you know what I'm saying? And I've gone into not truly being full on in love or loving something, instead just being infatuated with the outside perspective, right? And I'm just gonna keep it a buck, like, you know what I'm saying? Plus, I'm in a music world, so everything sexual is romanticized, you know what I'm saying? And I've realized, you know what? I see that, you know, this sexual energy, the ability to show this type of seductiveness nature within yourself is actually very powerful, right? And it don't mean that I'm going to allow myself to be fully immersed in that, but I've realized that, you know what? I can't be so afraid of that seductive part of myself. And the reason why is because I'm afraid of attention, right? And the thing about it is that I know that if I allowed my seductive self out, I would gain attention from other people who would want to try and be my partner, who would want to try and hook up, who would try to link up, right? And my problem was, if I'm dealing with lust, am I going to be able to say no when I receive that attention, right? And that's the thing. You got to be able to control yourself. You got to be able to have that discipline, right? So my thing is that, okay, you know, I can't sit here and allow a part of myself to feel suppressed. It's the same thing as a divine feminine. It's the same part of yourself that's the masculine. It's the same part of yourself it's the same part of yourself that's your inner child. That's a lot of potential energy. That has a lot of potential, though. Tell me about it, please. If you want to keep going, tell me about it. You know what I'm saying? But like shadow work is very important, because if you do not do that shadow work, that darkness will eventually get very, very mad. It will probably abandon you, and it'll probably only do worse than what it could do. You know what I'm saying? One thing that I can say that the shadow could do is it can protect you from lower entities, right? Because if you are only in your, I'm positive, I'm in my high vibration, I only want to see positivity, I only want to see the highest in people, you will be deceived, right? But when you allow your shadow to come in and look at other people's shadows, your shadow can see other people's shadows, right? When you allow your shadow to see any other people's shadows, it can protect you. It could be like, that person is a little manipulative. That person, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, yes, see, you're a Scorpio, so you know what I'm saying? It's like, but you know what I realized, you know what I'm saying? I've realized that, you know, the universe made me to be that icon, that mogul, that, you know, whatever that is, that public figure, right? And look at people, and I have to give XXXTentacion as an example, right? XXXTentacion is very, very, very attractive, right? And he's attractive because he has a duality. He allows his light and his darkness to live, right? And he coexists with it, and that is what makes him attractive, because it's completely authentic. We know you have anger issues, bro, but we know you're working on it. You know what I'm saying? We know you get mad, we know you working on this, but you allow us to see your growth and as you're working with it, right? So let's talk about people like Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson had this level of, you never miss. How long have you been on your journey? Hearing you is like hearing me. I've been on my journey for about 5 years now, right? So let's look at people as Michael Jackson. I'm going to use me as an example, right? Because I want y'all to see how this works out and understand my process of thinking, right? So My dream, my goal, my manifestation is to become a very famous public figure. Why is that? Because I want to show people that there can be very famous public figures that are very well on their spiritual journey and don't have to sell themselves out, right? How many times have you heard, oh, you want to make a lot of money, you're going to have to do something for that? I want to be the reason where you don't have to do that, right? Now, I realize that, okay, you're about to play a game. You're about to get in this industry world, this power world. You need to play a game. So where will your ruthlessness come up when it's time to work against negative entities, right? Where's your ruthlessness going to come from? Where's your relentlessness going to come from? There's a reason why Kobe Bryant had the Black Mamba, right? Off the court, Kobe Bryant is a sweetheart. I could believe it. You know what I'm saying? But when he is on that court, he is ready to smash your throat, period, right? So my thing is that how can I use this? Right, to my greatest advantage, right? Okay, you know what? Anybody that is of negative, mind you, my life path number is 7, right? So that makes it, the Chariot card is my main energy, right? So the way that I would think of this is, okay, you know what? Anybody that comes in the way of me trying to express spirituality and express positivity will get run down, right? You will be out the way. I will be relentless and step on your throat because my goal is to teach people about themselves, to teach people about their spirituality, to teach people about the power that lies within them. So I refuse to be stopped, right? I refuse to be stopped. If that means that when I go into a room, right, and I'm only giving you the pure reality, because if somebody sits here and wants to tell you, oh, you got to be super nice, that is a lie, first of all, and you will get hurt. Period, point blank. You need to know how to protect yourself. You need to be able to tell people to back the F up when they're pressing against your boundaries. A lot of times, y'all think that, oh, I'm spiritual, so I need to be super nice. I need to be super kind. Yes, you need to be kind and genuine to the people that deserve that. But anybody who is pressing up against your character, pressing up against your security, pressing up against your boundaries, it's over. It's a wrap. I'm telling you right now to get on my face. That's how it needs to be. Because at the end of the day, if you are a spiritual entity, you need to protect yourself. You are so kind, you are so loving because you are connected to the divine. But even then, the divine has to protect itself. Remember, nature still kills. Nature will still take somebody out. So you got to realize that there is still a ruthless nature to this because there is balance. We wouldn't know what good is if it wasn't for bad. You know what I'm saying? So what I realized is okay, in this industry, I see, all right, boom. I need to allow myself to be. All right, cool. You know what I realized? People love attractive people, right? I've been burying that part of myself because I don't want attention, right? But how can I say I don't want attention when my whole thing is I'm trying to show so many people a way of living that could completely change their lives, right? So it means that I eventually have to, I gotta do something. You know what I'm saying? I gotta do something. So you know what? I know that if in order to get into this room that is going to allow me to talk to this person which will give me a platform to say these things, I need to be a little bit more seductive. I need to, and that don't mean, oh, I'm going to go flirt with you because, nah, that's not what I mean. Meaning that I will carry myself with the energy where you look at this person and be like, why is this person so attractive, right? Sending out almost like a call, a wave of energy that's like, hey, anybody who loves this kind of energy of sexiness, let's look up A$AP Rocky. A$AP Rocky gives you the energy of sexy, right? A$AP Rocky gives you the energy of sexy. People will ultimately be drawn to this, right? So allowing myself to have this energy of sexy allows people to draw to me. Now they start talking to me. Now I'm like, you know what? How about, did y'all know that this third eye was like this? Boom, I done caught you. Now you're wondering, who is this person? Why is this person eyes look like this? Why is this person like exuberating so much energy like this? Why am I feeling compelled to this person? You know what I'm saying? And my Scorpio energy is low-key tapping on your seductive energy. So now you're wondering, how do I get to this person? Can I talk to this person? Now I done brought you in. You thinking I'm about to be all seductive. Then boom, now we talk about the third eye, right? And it's like, do you see what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Do you see what I mean? It's like you got to know what to do, because at the end of the day, y'all, it's not peaches and cream in this world. It's not peaches and cream. I appreciate that. It's not peaches and cream. So you got to understand, how can I use my shadow to my advantage, right? So let's say, okay, my shadow gets very, very angry. My shadow gets very impulsive, right? So what does that mean? Using that, right? you use that suppressed energy, like you said, use that suppressed energy to your creative, right? A lot of people do no fap. A lot of people do, semen retention. A lot of people are celibate, right? Because they understand that lustful energy can give you a drive, right? A lot of people shadow may be very lustful, and all they want to do is get busy, right? So you use that energy to go straight into your creative, right? So like, for example, right, one thing that I'm thinking is, right, my shadow wants to express itself. My shadow wants to so basically, I know my shadow wants to speak out. I know my shadow wants to be itself. My shadow wants to live out. So what I would allow it to do is, how about I do an album? How about I do an art piece where I allow my shadow to express itself? You know what I'm saying? So allow your shadow, allow your inner child, allow your parent these things a part of yourself, and allow them to grow healthy. Because it can't be, one thing my friend said is, it can't be just you pushing up the boulder up towards the mountain. If it'd be so much easier to push that boulder if you had your shadow with you, if you had your inner child with you, if you had your divine masculine, your divine feminine with you, then it's 4 entities, 4 energies that are building. Don't think that you are one. You know what I'm saying? Don't think that you are one, because we are one with the universe. But even then, think about that. The universe is expressing itself in multiple ways. So of course you're going to express yourself in multiple ways with that inner child, that divine feminine, that divine masculine, right? You're looking at me right now, right? One thing that people don't know is the reason why, and I'm not gassing myself. I'm just really being honest. And I had to learn this by learning about angels, learning about Michael Jackson, learning about this androgynous feature, right? The reason why I may come off as beautiful, attractive, is because there's a part of me that is contained with balance, right? There is a masculine and a feminine side of balance, right? We all know the universe is a complete representation of that balance. So by me looking like a physical representation of that feminine and masculine balance, it makes you naturally attracted to that. You know what I'm saying? So that's why Michael Jackson, especially in 1988, was super attractive, because he gave you that masculine and feminine vibe. We also look at other androgynous people, and we look at them, we're like, oh my God, why are you so beautiful? Why are you so beautiful? Because it's a balance. When you have that balance, it's literally like looking at life. And one reason why I feel like I came out androgynous is because I feel like I'm an older soul. So throughout all my lives, I have balance. Look at Prince, exactly. And that gives you that type of sexiness. That gives you that type of confidence. That gives you that type of attractiveness, right? So my thing is that, Grace Jones, right? These people are the people that tend to be some of the most attractive. And that's because they have a balance, right? And these people were very don't play with me, right? Think about it. Think about Prince. Think about Grace Jones. It was don't play with me, right? Why is that? Because once you get to a certain level of old age, why are older people so mean, right? The reason why older people are so mean sometimes is because they don't have patience for the BS, right? You'll realize that the more and more that you get into your higher realms of, yes, Miss Badu, the more higher you get into these realms of energetic alignment. And yeah, no, MJ was on point. MJ is on point. You know what I'm saying? I love MJ. You know what I'm saying? But my thing is that when you look at these entities and you look at these people and you're like, okay, like, you know what I'm saying? You just start to see the beauty in them, and you start to see you encompass all natural aspects of it, right? Now, the reason why I feel like, at least on my part, I feel like I'm androgynous is because I feel like I've lived so many lives as that super masculine, as that super feminine, as that super masculine, as that super feminine, as that super masculine. And it allowed me to create a balance, right? One thing I learned from doing tarot, right, on myself was that I realized that angels, there is no gender, right? There's no gender. So there only is that balance between masculine and feminine. So when you go and you look at these angels, you connect to these angels, you realize there is really no male. This is a male angel. This is a female angel. No. There's really no such thing, because the thing about it is it's really just one whole thing. You know what I'm saying? One whole balance, right? Where my moderators at? Where my moderators at? Where my moderators at? It's so funny how when people be like, oh, Jesus love you, everybody be like, shut up. How can I people hold away from draining my energy? So you got to realize that when people are draining your energy, first you need to, like, okay, first thing I want to say is, when you are dealing with negative energy or people's energy, first, you got to start off with the positive. First, be very, very appreciative that you have gotten to the point of sensitivity where you can feel other people's energy, right? That is a blessing. That is a blessing. That means you have literally unlocked a superpower where you can feel others people's energy come onto you. Last night I was on live and somebody joined the live and everybody felt the energy, right? That just let me know, okay, y'all tapped in because y'all are feeling the same thing that I'm feeling. A lot of people don't usually feel the same thing that I'm feeling, but y'all were feeling the same thing that I was feeling, right? So when people are starting to have that energy where you're like, wow, I'm feeling this energy, you got to be able to be disciplined enough to not allow it to affect you, right? The same way that I can talk ish to you right now. It's your choice if you let it affect you, right? But here's another thing. There's this thing called transmutation and alchemy. You can transmute negative energy into positive energy. You feel me? The same way that I can tell you, oh, you ain't gonna be ish. And then guess what you go do? You go take that and you go turn it into positivity. You be like, all right, you think I ain't ish? Okay, cool. I'm gonna go use that and use it to my advantage and go make some fire music. I've had people who have literally made me upset. Yo, and then you come back, bro. So, you know what I'm saying? He did it again. He did it again. Anyways, somebody tell me where I was at. Somebody tell me where I was at, because he just threw me off. Where was I at? Please tell me where I was at. Somebody tell me where I was at. I lost. This man came back. Yes. Okay, powers. We're going to talk about powers, right? Transmutation, right? So my thing is that when you can use negative energy to literally to transmute it, right? So I'll tell you, for example, right? I've had a situation where somebody in my community is like very, like, he was popular in our community. He was a music artist, but he was really promoting negative demonic things. You know, I'm talking about some, oh, I'm dancing with the devil and all that stuff. And like, I thought he was really starting to influence everybody in my area to be on that vibe, right? And it made me upset. It made me sad. It made me a little depressed, and it broke my heart because I was like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, bro, he's trying to get my people to he's trying to get the youth to be like this. He's trying to teach people about being like this and selling himself out and doing drugs and all of that. And then I just had to realize, you know what? I'm going to make a song about it. I'm going to make a song about it because I know when people hear this song, they're going to know what I'm talking about. They're going to know what I'm feeling. They're going to know. And the song that I made was called They Tried, right? And basically in the song, I'm talking about they tried to use my mind, people thinking that it's cool to do drugs, and I use that energy to, you know, promote the opposite. Be like, you know what? I'm going to tell everybody what they shouldn't do, which is involve themselves in drug. And I made a music video and it helped. And it helped so many people. You know what I'm saying? It helped so many people. Are you talking about The Weeknd? No, I'm not talking about The Weeknd. I'm not talking about The Weeknd. Y'all don't know who I'm talking about. And I'm not going to talk about his name because, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, so, you know, I just used that to my advantage. And I completely just allowed it to inspire people by doing that. You know what I mean? So it's like people are watching this video and they're like, dang, man, Stick's really talking about, you know, those people that do drugs. You know what I'm saying? And it inspired somebody. Right? It inspired somebody, it did something for somebody, right? Using that positive energy. And I felt amazing afterwards. Using that pain to create something beautiful. You got to realize that you got to be able to transmute all of that negative stuff that people try to do. Yo, please, my moderators, can y'all please get that, these Jesus people off, right? So making good out of something. Yes, because that's the true alchemy. That's the true alchemy. Taking something that is negative or something that you deem as not much valuable and creating something valuable out of it. Using everything as an opportunity to grow, to spread positivity, or to heal. Do you think I'm going to be famous? I don't know. That's up to you. Do you think you're going to be famous? I can't tell you that. They are used as puppets to lower people. Yeah, man. That's what I be telling people. That's why I make... Okay. I'm telling you. This is why I try to make music that is on the positive side, filled with vibrations. And I learned that from X because X was teaching about that. I did not know about people using frequencies to try to trick us until it came from X. You know what I mean? Make sure you guys check out my shop. I sell crystals. I sell tea. I sell vegan products. Y'all go ahead and go check them out. I'm Christian. I respect your beliefs. Sorry for other people. It's okay. It's okay. Yes, I love Hope. I love Hope. That's my favorite song. How can I attract friends? You attract friends by manifesting what you need in friends. But the only way to really attract friends is to be the friend that you wish you had. Because then you will get that friend. All these people are with us. Then she changed frequency for this. Yeah, man. I mean, I don't know if it's the devil's frequency. I just don't think it's, you know what I'm saying? No, for real. The Jesus people be the most evil ones, for sure. How do we buy them crystals? Link in my bio. Click crystal shop. How are you doing today? I'm doing great. I always tell people if you need a crystal to manifest, I always say malachite and pyrite, which I have on my neck right here. I always keep pyrite on me. Oh, I love you too. Where are you from, if you don't mind? I'm from South Florida. That's the thing. I feel like I remember watching a video and the people were saying, I was watching a video and the people were saying if the New Age Christians actually met Jesus, they probably wouldn't even like him. They probably wouldn't even like him because he probably would go everything against the Bible. And I was like, that sounds like, I truly believe that. I truly believe that. So I just act like I'm the friend I want? Yes. Jesus gonna be like, yo, what y'all doing? Y'all mean I can't, what y'all mean I can't, I don't even know. He gonna be like, what y'all mean I can't do this? No, I don't listen to Doom. Can you repeat that? I basically said that, I feel like, I watched a video where the guy was like, if Jesus was to come back today, I don't even think the Christians will like them, right? Can Crystal stop working? I don't think Crystal can stop working. But yeah, they was like, and then I saw another thing that was like, everybody got all these crosses up. If Jesus was to really come back, y'all would traumatize the guy, give him PTSD with all them crosses everywhere. Why I don't see angel numbers? Maybe you're not in alignment. Maybe you're not in alignment. It all starts with meditation. Manifesting is not a sin. You're literally here to create. You're literally here to create. So do not let nobody see that's you. That's them trying to take your power away. That's literally them trying to take your they're literally trying to take your creation. Like, bro, you're literally meant to create. Don't let nobody tell you you're not supposed to manifest, because literally manifesting is even in the Bible. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, bro, the PTSD from the crosses. PTSD from the crosses. Hey, y'all make sure y'all check out my newest project, 7. Link in my bio. Styx's music. Who am I? I don't know who you are. I love your content. I appreciate that. What about subliminals? I do not trust subliminals because I don't trust people. So I don't know what they put in them subliminals. If you're going to create subliminals, do it for create your own subliminals. Who are we? I mean, we are the universe. We are one. We are one. We are one. Is there anti-crystals? I don't know nothing about no anti-crystals. I see hella angel numbers every day. Okay, so if you're seeing hella angel numbers every day, are you looking them up? Because I feel like everybody gets signs, but they don't go deeper into their signs. You're getting signs for a reason. It's very important that when you receive these signs, that you dig deeper into these signs and you figure out what they mean. You know what I mean? You got to figure out what they mean, because if you don't know what they mean, then why the heck they sending you signs? And eventually, you're just going to go blind to the signs because you're not looking them up. And each sign is a puzzle piece. If you are not taking this puzzle piece to connect with this puzzle piece to connect, you're never going to grow. You have to look at these signs and see what they mean. So if alchemy comes up, if all of a sudden 3 people start talking about alchemy, I think it's pretty much time for you to go start studying alchemy, right? Because they're trying to teach you something. Can a person be a sign? Yes, they can, because the universe can definitely send people to you. Just like how you have me here. I allowed the universe to use me as an instrument. So I know there has been plenty of times the universe has sent me to somebody or sent somebody to me. You know what I mean? Like just the other day, somebody told me, I was manifesting spirituality in a human form, and then you came up. So, you know what I'm saying? It happens. It happens. Y'all listen to this. But yeah, what's going on around you? I definitely would sit here. Yeah, it'd be like that. It'd be like that. I I've been doing deep shadow work lately. I'm really getting into shadow work as of now. Do you believe that psychic trauma stuff? I don't really trust much people in that medical field. I appreciate that. I don't know how to say your name, JVMIES. I really appreciate that. Like, trust me. Don't think that. I want y'all to say, don't think that what y'all be saying be just going over my head, or that I'm just like, oh, thank you. Like, no, I am actually very appreciative of what y'all telling me, because I understand. I understand what it's like to resonate with somebody, and you really don't resonate with a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? While doing shadow work, should you use protection, and if so, how? I think when it comes to shadow work, you should not be down there for too long. Do not be down there for too long. You got to make sure when you're going down to do shadow work, you are coming back up to take breaths of air. You're coming back up to see that light. You're coming back up to connect with your light self. You can't be too much on one side and too much on the other side. You know what I'm saying? I don't know nothing about Age of Aquarius. I have a rising in Aquarius, but I have no, like, you know what I mean? Can I be spiritual or religious? You can be, but I feel like the more you get into spirituality, you will start to see where religion will really start to cripple you. I'm from South Florida. I think talking therapy helps because someone can help you see what you're doing. Yes, I think therapy can help for sure, because it's like, the thing is about, you don't want to be out here asking people or wanting people to hear you out and they're not listening or whatever. So like, I do think that, you know, some therapists can definitely help out. I just don't like when they start to be like, oh, well, take this antidepressant, take this, you know what I'm saying? I just feel like they're never really solving the answer. But I think it's always good to have somebody to hear you out. Thoughts on astral projection? Okay, so I don't exactly astral project. I'm more so of a lucid dreamer. So a lot of my traveling literally comes from dreams. You know what I'm saying? And somebody asked me if I have a dream journal, or that I start one. I don't have a dream journal, but I just put my dreams in my notes. Yeah, it's crazy because these like, it's never really an actual fix. All it is just literally like a crutch. Like, what's different from taking your antidepressant and smoking herb all day? What's the difference? What's the difference? Because they're just giving you a drug to make you feel good, your dopamine to feel good. So what's the difference between that and crack, or, you know what I mean? I think you should just look up the spirit animal totem of the scorpion. Yeah, you got to get to the root of the problem if you're never going to solve it. Can I contact my spirit guides through a lucid dream? I mean, here's the thing. You can't chase nothing. So when it comes to your spirit guides, don't chase them. You need to simply set the intention to want to meet with them. But you got to be able to do the work, because a lot of times your spirit guides could be reaching out to you through numbers, through your spirit guides could literally be talking to you about your through angel numbers, be talking to you through your dreams, but you're not looking up the messages. So this whole time they've been reaching out to you, you just haven't been prepared. You just ain't realize it, because you thinking that it's supposed to be some, yo, we here. Like, nah, you know what I'm saying? They're very subtle. So you got to make sure you pay attention to the subtle signs. If somebody says something in a song, if somebody says something in a TV show, look it up. Look it up, because the universe is a real person. The universe is not a person. It's an essence. It's an energy. You know what I'm saying? The universe, only time it's a person is us, because we are the universe experiencing as a person. I had a dream about the universe, a woman in pink, and it zoomed in her eye, then I saw the earth. Hey, man. You gotta see what that means. It sounded like you had a dream about Mother Earth. Does sleep paralysis have a meaning? Now, okay, so I've been in situations where I've been, my body was asleep, but my mind was awake. And I would literally have to try to get myself like, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. You know what I'm saying? But I've never seen no entity, because I feel like I'm very protected. You know what I'm saying? But I have been in that realm of, like, you know, half asleep, half awake, can't move, but you can see around you, like, and you're like, wake up, my body is like, you know, I've been in that. So I think, you know, that is very much real. So you got to look it up, see what those 444s are doing. You know what they mean. Have you ever seen shadow people? Yes, I have. Yes, I have. But I don't really see shadow people as much anymore. I used to see shadow people when I was first, like, either when I was first working on my shadow or when I first was opening my third eye. What do you think about the evil eye? I don't know much about it. I don't know much about it. All I know about is the eye of Ra, the eye of Horus. What should I do if I, in the third eye, what should I do if I can't visualize when I meditate? It's just black and empty in my mind. You have to continue practicing. Read the Master Key System. The Master Key System will teach you about visualizing. I always recommend that book. They probably tormenting the aliens, the extraterrestrial beings out there. But yeah, man, it's serious out here, man. And I feel like, you know, that dark side, when I get the power of that dark side, when I really start to incorporate that in my life, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. Y'all gonna be like, you Libra, but I'm getting so much Scorpio out of it. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I'm gonna get that Scorpio energy in here, bro. In here. What are exactly spirit guides? Spirit guides are basically spiritual entities that are there to guide you. You know, it is what they say, spirit guides, spirits that guide you. How do you feel about the evil eye necklace? Never had one. You know what I'm saying? Never resonated towards it. The only thing I have is the eye of I don't know if this one is Ra or Horus. I mean, it basically could be both, honestly. But yeah. Can you remind me how to attract a girlfriend? First of all, I always tell people, like, you can attract a girlfriend, but like, what about you? Like, have you attracted yourself? Have you done the work yourself to even deserve a girlfriend? Because all of that stuff is gonna come. You know what I'm saying? But if you want to manifest a girlfriend, I always say don't manifest an exact person. Manifest what you want in a girlfriend. So writing down, I want a girlfriend that will be loyal to me. I want a girlfriend that's funny. I want a girlfriend, you know what I'm saying? Write it down like that. But make sure that you are what you want. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you are at that high level of what you want. You can't be like, oh, I want a girlfriend that is like on her and then you not on your, like, it's not gonna work. You know what I'm saying? Because then if you're not on your ish and that girl comes and she's on her ish, you're only gonna bring her down. I don't know what an incarcerated angel is, but yeah, man. Yeah, man. How can I stop being so shy? By what are the name of your crystals? Pyrite. This one is black tourmaline. Stop being shy. Why are you shy? It must means that there's some type of insecurity somewhere, or you're afraid of something. You got to look at things and be like, okay, it's either I'm in fear or I'm in love. So if you are shy, what are you afraid of? And really think about why are you afraid of that, and dig deep into that and go deeper into that. Meditate on that and see, why am I shy? Do I feel like I can't communicate well? Do I feel like when people come to me, I don't feel like I look good enough? Like, you got to really do the work to see why you feel like that. No, astrology was actually stolen from ancient Egypt. So, I don't know. Everybody always want to claim Hinduism, the Jews. No, bro. A lot of y'all stuff, a lot of spiritual stuff has come from Egypt. Egypt were the first people to learn about astrology. And they called it cosmology. Not cosmetology, cosmology. And they taught it in mystery schools. But, y'all, I think I'm about to head out, though. Y'all make sure y'all go check out my newest project, 7, right? This is my project right here. Y'all go check out my newest project, 7. It is out on all platforms. You see that right there, 7. Y'all go check it out. Y'all go check it out. And then check out my crystal shop if y'all want to go ahead and copy out some crystals. Link in my bio. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Later.